this new committee would be continuing on their advocacy efforts and really being able to support them and sustain increasing awareness, particularly the parents whose first language is not English. Looking at the amount of information and shared concern that parents whose first language isn't English share with parents who are aware, I found it to be the most powerful thing, having advocates who are aware of how to really enlist and present issues that need resolve. I also believe it'd be important, within looking at this ad hoc group, to really assure that voice is captured, for youth who are currently out of district, their parents, and also looking at youth who are currently going through the SRBI and child find process. There's a closure given oftentimes when you're with someone who's experienced it, gone through challenges and been able to overcome, or those who've experienced it, gone through challenges, and been able to continuously ask for help and being able to move forward. The understanding that the school's response is something that's intentional or where they're trying to hide, I really feel is something that impacts trust. And when I look at this ad hoc's role in really reestablishing and modeling, the best ways to be collaborative and work with us, it's, I think, essential, to being able to carry it out and necessary. I, being a parent of two youth boys who are in special ed, I would love to be able to participate in this. But when I look at the things that are critical to me for really being able to meet solutions and take feedback of others, this is how I see a great collaborative experience happening with this group.
Thank you. Alex?
How would I ensure better cooperation between the stakeholders? Well, being I'm retired, I retired in June. I'm free during the days, and I would love to go into the schools, go into especially the special ed classes, visit them, speak to the teachers, meet the kids. A lot of the times the communication, I see that side of the puzzle, and make sure that things are going, that will ensure transparency. Speak to the parents. Parents can call me. I have my phone number is listed anytime, so that there's definitely open communication. I know that I was a foster parent for many children. One of my kids was in Stanford, and I had to go to a PPT for her. And it was pretty intimidating, going in and everybody's there, lawyers and all that kind of thing. And it was a little bit, I wasn't prepared for that, just like a little nervous right now. I was a little nervous going in there. And I have to tell you, it would be great to have open communication so parents feel supported, so they know they can call me, because it's a difficult position, and people have to advocate for you. A lot of special ed parents know that, and they have advocates, and they need advocates. So maybe there might be one or two who don't, and might call me and make sure that, and I'll help them out and be on their side. So that's one thing, open communication during the PPTs for various things. Also, a lot of times I've been in the position, I know that PPTs, they don't have transportation, some of the kids, the parents, to get there. And if they call me, there's any kind of problems, I'll go pick them up, I'll take them to the PPTs. I have, I'm free, so I'll be around, and I'll be very supportive of anyone who needs me, because that's what I like to do.
Thank you. And Jason?
First of all, I would love to say thank you so much for the SPEDPAC committee for making me feel welcome since June. I've been at pretty much every single meeting, so Margaret, David, Sophia, anyone else who's here that I missed, I apologize. But you guys have been absolutely wonderful, welcoming. I was severely intimidated the first time I walked in, but you have made me feel very comfortable, so thank you so much. Recommendations, I'm going to piggyback a lot off of what everyone else said here, quite honestly. Make the SPEDPAC committee, make the ad hoc BOE committee permanent. Have them liaise with the SPEDPAC council. I think that's severely important, keeps the open lines of communication going. also in terms with dealing with that, scheduling one meeting a month, maybe one every other month, between the SPED PAC as well as the committees with the Board of Ed themselves to speak and see how things are going, and not just have 2 separate or 3 separate committees meeting and then everybody get frustrated. So I think also in terms of communication, we need more translators or more foreign language advocates for students who do need that service as well. And you know, we don't have, I don't have SPED kids, I know, but I've coached kids with special needs, and they just want to be like every other kid. So I think we really need to help these parents out, and I believe really keeping these lines of communication open will do that. So thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Okay, so the